Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Q for You podcast. Apologies that it's kind of late, because this is the March pick, and it's April.
Oopsie.
Well, with everything going on in the world right now, it's kind of hard to, keep up with everything. I promise I'm not sick. I choked on my saliva. Anyways. So yeah, the schedule's not ideal right now, but I think what we're gonna try to do we're gonna try to get both these videos out in April. Because the next pick is Chantal's next pick, so we're probably just gonna start watching that after we record this. Just get it over with. Because you're gonna edit that episode anyway, so if I'm editing one and you're editing the other, we'll get 2 videos out on the channel. By the way, it's been like a year pretty much.
It is.
Since we started.
Yay!
Yay! Yay! Oh my god, I can't believe it.
I know.
It feels like it hasn't been that long.
I know, it flew by so quick. Maybe we should do like a special.
Oh, dude, heck yeah. Well, what should we do it on? I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
I guess we can ask people on Twitter, except nobody replies on Twitter.
Reply to us, peoples.
Well, maybe we should tweet more often, I guess.
That too. We've been neglecting the
I know, it's been hard, but now I'm working from home, so it's easier for me to transition from working to doing regular stuff here. So yeah, we're gonna try to do something for our anniversary. I can't believe it. Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
That's crazy.
I know.
It's almost been a year pretty much. I picked the pick for March, which was Sanrio Boys. Yay!
Yay!
Or you could also call it Sanrio Danchi if you want to just call it the Japanese title. This show came out in 2018. And I watched it when it first started coming out.
Me too.
I was watching it, week by week.
Man, waiting for those episodes week by week was brutal.
I know, it was because there's only 12 episodes, it's like, oh, come on, it's really a show that you kind of just want to binge all at once. Because, the story is so, one thing happens after another where it's like, okay, but I want to see what happens next, right away.
Yeah.
So yeah, I remember it being really, really hard to wait every week for the new episode. And I remember when I first saw the ad for it, I was like, what is this? Because I remember seeing an ad for it on Facebook or something, and it being like, oh, there's gonna be a new anime about boys who like Sanrio characters, and I was like, that sounds really cute. And I looked at the ad, the PV for it, and I was like, I'm sold. And then it just so happened that the week after I saw that ad is when it started premiering.
Yeah.
So I was on board, but I had never heard of it before then.
I have, because I follow, I don't know if you know who this is, Meg Loves Cute. Back then she, I don't know if she still talks about Sanrio Boys now and then, because I don't really keep in touch with their Instagram, but oh man, she was extremely excited. She had all this Sanrio dancing thing from before it was a thing. She know everything about it and was keeping tabs, and I was like, oh, it's that thing that Meg likes. Because she's super into Sanrio, anything. So that's the only reason how I knew about this show coming in. I was like, oh, well, she seems to like it very much, so why not? It's got cute boys.
Yeah, if it has cute boys, honestly, I'm on board. You guys know us well enough at this point to know that if it has cute anime boys in it, we're probably gonna watch it.
Yep.
We're a little boy crazy, but that's okay.
It's got cute boys or Mamma Miano, you got us.
Yeah, we're just gonna we're on board. But I mean, in terms of my history or history with Sanrio, knowing the Sanrio characters and stuff, everybody knows, Hello Kitty and stuff. I feel like Hello Kitty is one of those icons that everybody grows up
like having
like
something
having
related.
something like related to it, because I remember having like a bunch of Hello Kitty stuff like growing up in like elementary school.
Yeah, I would have like the randomest Hello Kitty stuff, like a pencil or like a
Yeah,
plushie.
like stationery.
Yeah, and I'd be
I
like, where
always
the fuck did this come
I
from?
always had I would always get like really cute Hello Kitty. I actually have a Hello Kitty doll, like I'm looking at it right now. It's like
Oh,
sitting next to my Dupree figures on my dresser where my TV is. So I've always had that. I've had that Hello Kitty toy for like a really long time. But I had like stationery. I remember one of my friends in elementary school. She was really into Sanrio characters.
Mhm.
Like she had a lot of Hello Kitty stuff. Pochako, Caro B, the penguin one, the
I don't know
one that
his
always
name
looks
either.
mad. That dude. My friend was like, she really liked Sanrio characters, and I remember my dad would always say "Goodbye, Kitty," and I'd always get really mad because like it's not Goodbye, Kitty, it's Hello Kitty. And then yeah, and then as I got older, like that's when I would see more like My Melody stuff, because My Melody wasn't super popular over here.
Yeah, I never saw anything related to My Melody. So like the only one that I really know is obviously Hello Kitty and then this freaking penguin.
Yeah.
Those were like the main two that you would see
Yeah.
everywhere. So I had no knowledge of Sanrio. The only knowledge I knew was because of like I said, Meg Love's cute because she's like, this is so and so. I was like, oh, sweet. I didn't know that, more characters existed.
Yeah, there's like 70 something characters in
Holy
Sanrio.
shit.
There's like a bunch. They have like a big if you go to like the Sanrio website, you can look at all of the like profiles of all the characters and stuff. Dude, I remember I would watch like the Hello Kitty like cartoon like anime.
I remember that.
Like I would watch that a lot as a little kid.
Me too.
I don't remember any episodes, but I just remember I would watch it.
I just remember seeing Hello Kitty on the freaking TV.
Yeah.
Oh man, those are some fond memories, man.
I know. So yeah, I feel like everybody kind of just knows Sanrio, at least over here, as like Hello Kitty.
Yeah, Hello Kitty, and then Gudetama, and recently with the Agretzko? That's how you say it?
Yeah, Agretzko. Yeah, Agretzko's also Sanrio.
Mm-hmm.
My brother likes Gudetama. Gudetama's he's pretty popular now. He's on all the Hot Topic stores and stuff. You can get a bunch of Gudetama stuff.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, okay, I don't really see the appeal. I get it, but then I don't get it at the same time. I don't know.
It's just a weird little thing.
Yolk thing. I don't know. Did you know Hello Kitty is not actually a cat?
What?
Yeah, dude, I'm not even kidding. Like, her name is Kitty. Like, she's not actually a cat. That's just what she looks like, apparently. Like, okay, look. I'm gonna read you this. I promise it's weird.
Oh man, I'm kind of like shook about this.
I've read somewhere that people are like, Hello Kitty's not actually a cat.
Yeah.
Hold on, I have to look at this. Is Hello Kitty actually a cat?
Kitty-san.
Kitty-san. Okay, so Hello Kitty's not a cat. She's a cartoon character. She's a little girl. She's a friend, but she is not a cat. She's never depicted on all fours. She walks and sits like a two-legged creature.
What the fuck?
It is 100% personified character. It is a 100% personified character. The design takes the motif of a cat, but there is no element of a cat in Hello Kitty's setting.
My whole life has been a lie.
Also, did you know that, like, she's technically, like, the character's, like, she doesn't even live in Japan?
What?
Yeah, bro. Okay. According to her backstory, she is a perpetual third-grade student who lives outside of London. So she's English, apparently.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, so, like, Sanrio, what the heck? Yeah, so apparently she just looks like that. Like, I don't know. That's what they say. Apparently, she's not actually a cat, but she's a cat? I don't know.
That's weird, man.
It's weird. I don't know. But you can believe what you want. Her name is Kitty. That's her actual name. Her name is Kitty. It's not because she is a cat, like that's just her name.
Mm.
Because she has a twin sister. Her sister's name is Mimi.
Oh man, this is like sending me for like
I don't know. Don't tell the Sanrio Boys that though.
it would be very disappointing.
Don't tell Shishu. His kitty-san is a lie. So yeah, apparently that's a thing. But let's go ahead and talk about the show and the characters and stuff. Not the history of Hello Kitty. Also, like, Hello Kitty is like started in like the 70s, like the early 70s.
She's been around for so long.
She's old.
Mm-hmm.
She's old at this point. She's over like 40 years old.
She is.
Kitty-san is old. So, Sanrio Boys is about a group of high school boys that like Sanrio characters to the point where they like buy like merch and stuff. That's pretty much like the basic plot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's over 70 some characters, so you only get like the popular ones. In the group, in the show, so far, we have Kota, who's the main character, basically. And he loves Pum Pum Puddin, who I didn't know who the fuck Pum Pum Puddin was till I watched Sanrio Boys. I feel like I'd seen the character before, but I'm like, I don't know what that is. I don't know who that is. It's a Sanrio character.
Yeah. Like I said before, I knew my knowledge because of Meg. I was like, oh, that's Pom Pom Pure, and how she says it.
Yeah, Pum Pum Pure. Yeah, so he likes Pum Pum Puddin, who's a golden retriever, apparently. And one of his favorite features of people that like him is his butthole.
Is it the butthole? Which I remember when I first read that in the anime, I like started bursting out laughing.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because like when Kota like talks to that little girl who has the little Pum Pum Puddin bag, and she's like showing it to him, and she like touches the butthole.
And it's cute because there's
really
like a little image of Pom Pom Pure, and he like sticks out his little butt too. It's like, why?
It's really cute. I just remember Kota being like, he says like, why the butthole though? Like why is this little girl like touching? Like why is that her favorite part? I don't know. They're not afraid to like make
Go
that like the feature, yeah. Which like over here, yeah, it's probably more, like I don't think anybody would. Like it's Pom Pom Puddin's really cute though.
He is cute.
He's very cute. And then we have Mizuno.
Boy.
My favorite. He's my favorite character. Yu is my favorite.
Mine too.
I love him. He's the best. So Yu loves My Melody to the point where like he wears like her merch. His phone case is all My Melody. He just like loves My Melody, and he doesn't give no fucks.
Mm-hmm.
If people know that he loves My Melody, he calls her Mero-chan, which is so fucking cute. I like My Melody because I like bunnies.
Mm-hmm.
I really like bunnies, so like I think she's a good, cute character. And Yu is just so cute. Like I love his little beauty mark. I love his hair. Like I feel like he would like if there was a guy like that at my high school, I probably would have had a huge crush on him.
He's so cute. Like you just cannot resist, man.
I know, and he's really friendly. And yeah, he's not ashamed of what he likes. And he kind of like, I mean, I feel like all the rest of the boys kind of help Kota figure out that it's okay to not be ashamed of like what you like, which we can talk about later. But Yu is like the driving force for that, and I love him. He's the best.
He is.
He's so cute.
He's so cute, and he's such a good person.
Yeah, and his sister's a huge bitch.
Oh man, the sister. Oh Jesus Christ.
We'll talk about her later. And then you have Shunsuke. I forgot his last name.
Yoshino.
Yeah, Yoshino. Shushu, as Yu calls him, Shushu. He is like the star, like striker on the soccer team in their school, and he loves Hello Kitty.
He has like much respect for his son.
Much respect to the point where he does not call her Kitty-chan, which a lot of people call her Kitty-chan.
And he's like, it's Kitty-san.
No, she deserves respect. She's Kitty-san.
It's so cute.
It's really funny. It's really cute. Yes, he has so much respect for Hello Kitty that he calls her Kitty-san and not Kitty-chan. Which, I think that's cute. He's very dedicated. Hello Kitty is like his luck charm.
Yep.
She goes with him everywhere. And of course, he's like one of those people who's like, well, like, the character I like is the cutest out of all of them. Which, you know, I mean, he likes the most popular characters, so I feel like he's a very biased. Just like, well, Hello Kitty's so popular because she's so cute. She's the cutest.
Yeah.
And then you have Ryo Nishimiya, Shota boy.
Your typical Shota boy.
Yeah, your typical little Shota. He's very cute, but he's kind of a jerk, and he's kind of annoying.
He's not my favorite out of
No, he's not my favorite either. Because he's such a dick.
He is, like, he's adorable, and, you know, I really don't really like the adorable ones anyway. But then, like, his attitude just, like, bumps him down for me.
Yeah. He likes the little twin stars, Kiki and Lala, and I had never fucking heard of them before. Like, I didn't know their names. I knew, like, I've seen the characters before, but before I even watched it, like, when it first came out, I did not know that they actually had names.
They do.
But they do. They're just little angel star things. They're like, boring. I think they're pretty boring, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, they're the most, like, I don't know, simple.
They're the most, like, humanoid ones that look like humans.
Yeah, every time I see them, I think of, like, Shota, like Shota, because he had merch with little twin stars. I remember that.
Okay. Every time I see them, I just think of, like, those weird angel decorations that everybody's grandma always just has, like, in the house. Hanging somewhere. I don't know.
Oh my god, I can't unsee that now.
That's what I think of when I see them, because I'm just like, it just looks like if I bought my grandma, like if I bought a little twin stars merch and gave it to my grandma, she probably would think it's like some cute angel thing.
Yeah.
Would have been like, oh, thank you. Oh, I'll put these angels somewhere, so bless me or whatever. I don't know.
I feel like, honestly, like, a lot of the Mexican Hispanic people will have, like, little twin stars because I'm pretty sure, like, they'll mistake it, like you said, for angels.
Yeah,
because I've seen them.
For real?
Like, around people's houses, and I was like, what
y'all
is
like
that?
little twin stars. Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, no, I swear, like, trust, like, bruh, if I had known, and I bet you if my grandma would have seen something like that, she probably would have bought it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so if you want your grandma to like some Sanrio characters, get her some little twin stars stuff. Just tell her they're angels, I guess. And then, rounding out the main cast, we have Seichiro. He's the president of the school, the student council president. He's this, like, big, tall dude who's, like, also the captain of the freaking archery team. And, he finds comfort in visiting Sanrio Puro Land on a weekly basis, basically.
Yep.
And he loves cinema roll, which is also a dog, apparently, but he does not look like one.
And it can fly.
Yeah, because his ears are so long. I don't know, he's a weird looking character. He's cute, but
yeah,
I don't know. Some of the character designs, I'm like, that's not a dog. But I guess if Hello Kitty's not actually a cat,
then what the fuck do we
think? They can do whatever. They can do whatever they want. But they all come together eventually and become best friends, and they call themselves the Sanrio Boys because they all love Sanrio characters. Yay.
Yay for friendship.
Yay for I feel like this is the perfect show to watch if you want something that's like purely about just like friends.
Yeah.
Friendship. A good merch advertisement.
Cute boys.
Yeah, cute boys. Sanrio Boys is like the best choice for you. I don't know, what do you want to talk about in terms of like the story or like the characters like go in depth, or like your favorite episode or like groups of episodes you like the most.
I guess let's start off from the beginning
Yes.
for the story.
Yay.
Because basically it just follows Kota
Mm-hmm.
at the very start.
Yeah, he like narrates the whole story.
It's always him narrate. Like every now and then you'll hear like the other boys narrate it, but it's always Kota like 90%.
Yeah, he's always like, "Hey, it's me, Kota Hasegawa, and this is the story, blah blah blah, and this is what happened. This, and this happened." Like he's always just like narrating everything at the beginning of each episode.
Yeah. Which is kind of like, oh my god, but I mean,
know,
if you haven't seen it,
yeah, no, like the first like 2 episodes, I was like, "Where's the OP?" I thought it was supposed to happen. It doesn't come into like episode 3.
yeah, which is like insane. But you still hear Kota being like, "Hey, it's me." It's like, oh,
hey,
geez.
that's me. I'm 17. He always has to say his name and how old he is.
Yep.
In case you forgot.
It's like, I don't think we're gonna forget Kota. We saw you like last week, or like if you
2
binge watch
seconds
it 2 seconds ago.
Yeah, I guess that works better for like when it was dropping weekly. But now that you can just binge watch the whole thing, it's like, okay, I get it.
It's like, all right, let's just skip over this nonsense.
Yeah.
But Kota is very adorable.
He is. He's very cute. I like him a lot. I like most of the characters. Just
Me
fine.
too. Well, besides Ryo, because Ryo's kind of annoying to
Yeah,
me.
he's annoying.
I'm sorry if he's like your favorite. I'm so sorry.
He's kind of a whiny brat too. I'm just like, dude, shut up.
He is, because like we'll talk about him in a little bit later, because
Yeah.
he comes into the story like halfway through.
Yeah.
Back to Kota.
Yeah, back to Kota. So Kota basically starts off as he doesn't really know what he wants to like do.
He feels like something's missing in his life. He just doesn't know what
Yeah.
it is. And
He's
I'm
not
like, we
quite
need
sure.
friends.
Yeah, he's not quite sure. Like, he has friends, but he doesn't. Like, he has his, like, classmates. His 2 classmates, Machi and what's the other dude's name? Tsuchi, right?
Yeah.
So, like, they're his classmates, and they always kind of want to hang out with him and stuff. But, like, every time he hangs out with them, he always just kind of goes off and does his own thing anyway.
Like, they're not, like, they're friends, but they're not, like, it's weird.
It is weird, because, like, by the end of the show, Kota kind of just, like, dumps
Forgets
them.
about
It's
kind of funny. Because there's, like, a gag in there with the 2 friends where he's like, oh my god, we have been dumped by Kota once again.
Yeah.
Like, because they'll always make an appearance where they'll try to hang out with him. He's like, oh, sorry, gotta go with the others.
Yeah.
Like, oh, damn. That's kind of cold. He just up and left his, used to be friends, I guess.
Yeah. But I feel like that's also something that, like, comes with finding out who you are, like, because you'll have your friends that you hang out with, but then once you kind of discover you like doing something or, like, whatever, you kind of move on and you, like, start, hanging out with, like, a different group of people. I mean, all of them, the Sanrio Boys, like, they all go to the same school, but they're not all in the same class, and they don't all do the same things.
Yeah.
I feel like Kota's school classmates just, like, kind of hang out with him just because it's like, oh, we've always been in the same class together since, like, elementary school.
Yeah, and I guess it's because, with Kota, he wasn't really himself either. Like, he kept lying to himself and tried to, like, fit this personality, like, what I guess you could say society sees fit as, like, normal.
Yeah.
Because, he secretly likes Pom Purin, but he doesn't want to admit it. He's just like, fuck that, I don't want to. He tries to act like he doesn't know anything when he secretly does.
Yeah, he, like, really knows a lot.
He's just afraid of, like, what people will
say.
Think of him.
Yeah, because they show in a flashback that, like, he was made fun of for still liking Pom Purin, like, when he was, like, probably, like, right before middle school. Like, he was still carrying around the little Purin
Yeah, which
doll,
is so cute.
which is so cute. And his grandma gave it to him, like, that's so adorable.
I know.
And, but, he would get made fun of, because it's like, oh, well, that stuff's, like, it's for girls only, like,
Yeah.
you're not supposed to like it because it's for girls. When, like, I feel like at this point, it's like, all little kids like the same stuff.
Yeah.
Like, all little kids watch the same shows.
Yeah, and like nowadays it's like so different now because like now like I feel like the kids don't really give a fuck.
Yeah, like, yeah, at this point I feel like kids don't really care what each other likes as long as they like roughly the same thing.
Mm-hmm. It's not like how it was back in the days, man, where they actually did make fun of you.
Yeah.
Oh man, because let me tell you, the elementary school girls were not so nice to me. So I felt that.
Dude, even when I was in middle school, I would get made fun of by my own friends for the bands that I liked.
Oh man.
Just for the bands I liked, for the music I liked. We all listen to the same music, but for some fucking reason, my friends always liked to make fun of me for liking the bands that I really liked, that were like my personal favorite. And,
yeah.
like, nowadays I'm like, well, joke's on you guys, cause they're still around, so fuck you. Like, the bands I really like from middle school that were like my favorite, like, they're still around making music, so. And all the bands that my friends liked a lot, I'm like, where are they? And then, like, it's one of those things that sucks when, like, people, like, you know, you got made fun of it for, like, in middle school and stuff, and then years later you see people you used to go to school with, like, liking that stuff, and it's like, hey, where were you when I, like, first started liking that stuff and people were making fun of me?
Yeah.
Like, legit, I remember seeing someone I went to middle school with, and then she posted pictures of, like, going to, like, a Panic at the Disco concert when I was, like, in college and stuff, and I'm like, bitch, the fuck, where were you?
Because Panic gained popularity recently.
Probably, yeah, no, it's probably because they're popular, not because she actually liked them back then, which, just saying, I've liked them since the beginning. But it's, like, one of those things, you know? Like,
mm-hmm.
You can get made fun of for, like, the dumbest shit. Like that. Like, just for liking a certain thing.
Damn. I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, everybody back in my middle school loved Panic and, like, all these other bands.
Where the fuck were those people in my school? What the hell?
You would have loved my school because that's all anybody ever talked about, man.
Man, that would have been the best. God damn it.
That.
But yeah, no,
like,
I totally feel that, where it's like, you know, and it kind of, you can feel ashamed for liking something to the point where, like, you don't even want to talk about it when people ask you, like, when they first meet you, like, oh, what kind of stuff do you like? And it's like, I don't know, I don't really like anything. I remember I would, like, lie to people and be like, I don't know, I like a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Because, like, back in, what was it? I want to say elementary? I used to get made fun of for liking Pokemon.
For real?
Yeah,
Oh
it was
God.
the weirdest thing.
What the fuck?
And like especially let me tell you, elementary girls were like kind of harsh because I liked Pokemon and like all the things that were like considered boyish things. So like the girls would always like stay away from me and be like, oh, like she's one of the guys. And on top of that, you know, me hanging around the cute boy that everyone thought was really, really cute did not help.
Yeah.
But I was friends with because hello, Pokemon, of course.
Yeah.
So after a while, I was just like, fuck this, like, because it just sucks the fun out of it when you're being made fun of and like isolated.
Yeah.
So I ended up having to like retreat and like pretty much abandon what I liked, kind of like how Kota did.
Yeah.
And had to find different interests that I did not like, which was like the stupid Bratz dolls.
Oh yeah, like, you know, I would like I don't think I ever got Bratz dolls. I'm pretty sure some of my friends had them, but I would still get like Barbies and stuff.
Yeah.
But I was also like kind of interested in video games, but like I never grew up like playing like a lot of consoles or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So like I didn't really get into like video games till like probably like 6th grade.
I couldn't even get into video games because the girls, once again, girls are vicious, at least here where I went.
Dude, I remember one time I brought like the fucking strategy guide for Kingdom Hearts 2 to my fucking school.
Oh my gosh.
And I remember like one of the girls who was like really popular and stuff, like it did not look like she played video games, but I think she watched her brother play video games.
Yeah.
It's like she knew about it, and like I remember her like looking through it with me, and like her actually like knowing the story and shit, and me being like really surprised because I'm like, you don't look
Oh
like you
wow.
play
Yeah.
fucking Kingdom Hearts. I mean, I never got made fun of for that, but I'm sure people thought I was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, why do you, you know? So
Yeah.
that's
Growing up, video games were like a no. Like,
yeah, unless it was like a Hannah
unless you were
Montana
like,
video game or like
yeah.
like a video game made for girls in mind or some dumb bullshit like that. Because a lot of my friends didn't really play video games a lot. I feel like some of them did play like Nintendo games and stuff. Like I remember going to my friend's house. Same friend who liked Sanrio stuff. Like I would go to her house and we'd play like Mario Party and stuff. But
Yeah.
she was like the only friend I remember like playing video games with.
Damn.
And she liked Pokemon too.
Oh man.
But yeah. So that's why I'm glad I didn't go to school with all those people in high school. when I really got back into anime and stuff, like especially like my freshman year, oh man, I was cringy.
Dude,
weeb.
like even back then, anime wasn't like.
Yeah,
It was almost the thing that would be made fun of
Yeah,
all the time.
it was
Be like,
hard.
You like that?
Yeah, it was hard to like talk with people about it at school. I mean, I made friends in high school that did like anime and did watch anime and stuff, but it wasn't like it wasn't a big thing that's like, you know, popular now. Like I didn't have all this weeb shit all over my room in high school.
Oh
whereas,
man.
Whereas, you know, now we have like posters, and I spend a lot of fucking money on figures and acrylic stands and shirts and jackets and things, and
We're living your best life, man.
yeah, like now it's fine. Now I don't really give a fuck because everybody likes anime.
Yeah. Nowadays it's like, oh, it's the coolest thing ever. It's
Yeah,
like, bitch, y'all were singing a different tune like in 7th grade.
Yeah. Again, because it's popular now. Again, it's like with the Panic thing. It's like, well, people only like them now. Everybody likes them now because they're super popular. When it's like, I liked it when it wasn't cool. It's kind of like the thing with like Nightmare Before Christmas. I feel like that's a really good example of like, I liked that before it was cool and before it had all this merch and shit. Now everybody likes it because Hot Topic exists.
Yeah.
By the way, thank you Hot Topic for selling a Sanrio Boys shirt. I've worn that shirt in a few videos actually.
Nice.
It's a good shirt. I like it. Anyway, back to the show. But yeah, like, I feel like it's a good show. Kota's story is a really good story to kind of relate to, especially if you were one of those kids that got made fun of a lot just for liking the things you like, making you feel ashamed for it.
Because I think we all have been Kota at some point.
Yeah, whether it's in elementary school, middle school, or even high school. It's like, I feel like even now sometimes some people can be brutal with the anime you watch.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there's those elitist people who are like, well, if you watch, like, I'm sure there's somebody out there who's probably like, who would look at us and be like, you watch Sanrio Boys? It's not, how is that? That's not an anime. That's not a real anime. That's not like, you're not an anime fan if you like Sanrio Boys. Which, like, I mean, I'm sure there's people like that, unfortunately.
There's always some bad apples out there.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, I didn't know I had to watch this, and this to be considered an anime fan.
Which, like everyone's been saying, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, Kota, he really just wants to like find himself and figure out like what's missing in his life, because he doesn't, like, he's in school, but he doesn't really, he kind of just goes to school, and that's pretty much it.
He doesn't do much.
Yeah, because even when he does hang out with his classmate friends who always want to hang out with him, like,
it's pretty normal.
it's like just normal stuff, like, oh, we're gonna go shopping, go to a karaoke bar, hang out, get food, and that's it. And he's kind of trying to suppress, like,
his love for Pom Pom Purin.
who he was.
So sad though, because
What's wrong?
Pom Pom Purin is also connected to his grandma.
Yeah, so it's also a really special connection because his grandma gave him the Putin doll.
And they've been together since.
Yeah, to the point where like when his grandma would watch him at the park, she would like tell him like, "Oh, me and Putin are cheering you on, Kota. We know you can do it."
It's so cute.
It was very cute.
Then he takes it out on his grandma and Purin, and then he never gets to like resolve.
He stops like visiting his grandma. He stops like talking to her and stuff. He doesn't really hang around with her anymore because he's like, well, they're making fun of me. They think I'm a baby. They think I'm a girl, and it's because of this Putin doll my grandma gave me.
And it sucks because then she dies.
And his grandma dies. It was very sad. I felt, I felt that because it's like I still have like this bunny toy that my grandma gave me when I was like a baby.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I've never been ashamed of it.
Yeah.
I've kept it out this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's like one of those things where it's like, your grandma or your grandpa or someone gives you like a toy like that. It's kind of very sentimental. And then it becomes even more sentimental once they like pass away. So it's like, it's one of those things that's really hard to give away or like put away in like storage forever.
Yeah.
Kota finds the Putin doll in his closet, and we get that flashback of the sad times.
Mm-hmm. And he regrets being that way to his grandma, which is like sad.
Yeah, because he never really apologized to her, and like it even
he thought
shows
he was gonna have more time,
because it even shows like when his grandma gets sick and stuff, like he doesn't even go into the hospital room, and it shows him like telling himself like, no, tomorrow I'll go in and like talk to her and tell her I'm sorry, but then like tomorrow never comes because the grandma dies. So yeah, he lives with like deep regret.
It's a first sad episode. I remember I was like, man, this is gonna be like the best thing ever. It's gonna be all cute and fluffy, and then they just hit you with like all these feels, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's like it hits you really hard.
Like, this is some bullshit. I came here for the good times.
I came here for Sanrio characters. What the hell?
They gave us sad boy hours, man. Mm-hmm. But then that's when our other two boys come into the picture.
Yep. So Kota becomes friends with Yu and Shinsuke really quickly, because Yu loses one of his My Melody like charms, like little acrylic charms that was like on his keys or whatever, and Kota finds it and he tries to give it back to him, but like secretly, because he doesn't want to possibly like embarrass him, just because it's like, oh well, I know how that feels. I don't want to.
He doesn't want to expose him.
Expose a secret if it's, still a secret.
Especially because Yu is like so popular.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to like ruin that.
Yeah, ruin the reputation.
Mm-hmm.
But then Yu tells him like, oh no, like I love my melody. Like I display it proudly. Everybody knows.
Like and everyone knows.
Yeah, and everybody still really likes him. So clearly, it's not a problem. Like nobody cares.
Which is so funny because the way Shunsuke like meets Kota is because he was being a little suspicious with you. He's like, all right, what the fuck is happening? Like, why are you two like chasing each other? Which is kind of funny because he kind of like, what's it called? Kade?
Oh yeah, kabedons him.
Yeah, which is like, oh shit. But no, he was just looking out for his friend.
Yeah. Because Shinsuke and Yu have been friends since like elementary school, because they live in the same apartment complex. There's two different buildings, so Yu lives in one of them and Shinsuke lives in the other. But it's the same like place.
It's the same because like, what was it, the second or third episode? They make it seem like they live together.
It's really funny. It's really funny. It makes it seem like they live together. That's kind of weird. Like, when did that happen?
Because they talk to somebody.
Yeah, like they're each like talking to somebody, but then you see like, oh, they were like talking to like their parents. You don't see them.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh no, Yu lives here and Shinsuke lives over here.
And it's just like, what the fuck?
It's really funny. I forgot that happens. Yeah, and the only parents you see is like Kota's parents and then like Ryo's parents. And Seichiro's parents too, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much
But
it.
Shunsuke never really mentions like his parents
Yeah. And
out
then
of like a whole bunch.
and then Yu's just like, well, my parents are like never home.
They're always out.
Busy.
So I'm like, damn, like how busy are your parents that you gotta like do all the responsibilities that a parent
He
has
has
to
to
do?
do a bunch of stuff for his bitch ass sister.
It doesn't even appreciate anything.
Cutie. Yeah, what a bitch. Yeah, she doesn't appreciate what he does. And then
Because he cooks for her every freaking day, like
yeah,
on the dot, and she throws it away. And I'm
yeah,
like,
she
this
never eats it.
ungrateful bitch.
I'm like, dude, he like that's a waste of money.
I know.
He also like has a plate like, oh, she likes this, so I'm gonna make her this because it's something she's gonna like and eat it. She'll just throw it away.
And she'll just toss it.
And then she thinks he's gross because he still likes my melody stuff. Because she's one of those people that's like, well, it's not for boys, and you're like a teenage boy, like, why do you still like this stuff?
Yeah, like her episode was kind of stupid though.
Yeah. Well, my thing is like, okay, well, because she's like, nobody asked you to do those things, and I'm like, well, you're not doing it for yourself. So
Yeah, it's kind of like you kind of forced them into it.
She's kind of taking him for granted because like someone has to do it, and if you're not gonna do it, he's gonna do it for you.
Yeah, because you definitely does like yell at her at one point and like almost beats her.
Yeah, almost slaps
like,
her in the face,
shit.
and I was like, oh shit. Yeah, she kind of deserves to get slapped though.
Yeah. Because she really is, she's such a brat. It's like,
yeah.
like, chill the fuck out.
Well, yeah, it's like he likes this. It's not like it's not like Yu's forcing her to still like that stuff.
Like, it's fine. You can ignore your brother and be like, oh, like, no, he's not my brother. Or be embarrassed, whatever. But, like, to be that rude about it, it's just kind of like, I don't know.
It's kind of hard not to see them as siblings, though, because they look the exact goddamn same.
I know, they look like twins.
Yeah. She just has, like, an extra, like, beauty mark under her eye. He has one and she has two. But, like, you can tell they're related. They're siblings.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of hard not to see that they're brother and sister. I mean, eventually she does come around. She still thinks it's, like, gross and stupid of him to still like my melody, but she kind of just, like, deals with it.
Yeah, which is kind of like, what was all this drama, man?
Yeah. Well, the parents are never home. She doesn't really have anyone to complain to it about.
Yeah. Oh, you.
Yeah, I know. He's so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, honestly, if you're gonna marry anybody from Sanrio Boys, marry you, because he'll cook for you. Like, he's already a good cook. He knows how to, like, he would go out of his way to find out what you like so he can make it for you.
Mm-hmm.
He'll give you, like, reward cake.
He's such a good boy.
Like, he's super friendly. He cares a lot. Like, he's perfect husbando material.
And he's not gonna give a fuck about what you like or don't like.
He doesn't care. He's just gonna tell you, like, it's okay. You shouldn't be ashamed of liking what you like, because I'm not. And I'm perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, yeah, he's out of all the boys, I guess candidate for best husbando, Yu is probably number one.
He's super teasy too. Like, he likes to make fun of his friends and stuff and be like mischievous,
right?
Like, oh.
Right? So, like, if he was your boyfriend, bro, best boyfriend ever.
He's got it all, man. Out of all the boys, he's got it all.
He's got it all, and he's attractive. That's a bonus. He's cute, and he has a nice body.
Yes.
We'll talk about the fan service stuff later. Because there's a lot of fan service in this show.
There is, and I love it. Like, there's that one point where it was Seiichiro. He shows off his abs, and like both Kota and Rio are like praying to his abs.
Yeah.
I'm like, same though.
Yeah. So really, it's you that like kind of helps Kota realize like it's okay to like the stuff you like. Dude, I legit was crying when I was rewatching it. When Kota's like in the rain crying about like because he can't find the Puddin doll, because the Puddin doll goes into the recycling.
It's so sad.
It's very sad. And like you kind of like tells Kota like it's okay to like you don't have to be ashamed to like what you like. And like just the way he said it and the way the scene was going, like, dude, I was crying. I was like, oh my god, it's true.
It's so beautiful.
And then Kota like screams out to the world like, I love Pom Pom Puddin' and I love my grandma, and that's when I also just started crying. I was like, I love my grandma too. You know? Because again, it's one of those things where like I feel like a lot of boys are always told like, you can't cry, you can't like openly say you love things.
Because it's not manly.
Yeah, because it's not manly, whatever. You can't, like, you know, if you say, oh, I love my grandma, or I love my mom, like, so then they go and look for the Puddin doll and they find it.
Yeah. And then Seichiro. Not Seichiro. Damn it, it's because Seichiro and Shunsuke is like, since they both start with an S, I always like... I know which one is which, I swear. It's just, you never know which one's gonna come out of my mouth. He's just kind of there.
Yeah, he's just kind of there. Honestly, like, out of all of the boys, I feel like he's kind of, like, the most boring just because, like...
He doesn't really have much going for him other than...
I feel like it's because he likes Hello Kitty, and, like Hello Kitty's the most basic Sanrio character you can like.
Because he's got those cat-looking eyes.
Yeah.
He's popular with the soccer team and stuff. And that's about it. I mean, he's just basically there to, like, listen and, like, give you, like, the right push that you might need.
Yeah.
But he doesn't meddle. That's basically...
Because even his, like, centered episode is just like, oh, it's a misunderstanding with the soccer team. Oh, it's because they want him to be the new captain next year. Problem solved.
Because he wasn't a team player. Because he thinks that he can do it all by himself. Which is like, oh my dear lord. Like, his episode 2 was just kind of like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Not
my favorite episode.
Yeah, it's not one of my favorites either.
Like, it's okay. It's not my favorite, but, I mean, it's Shunsuke. He's just kind of there. He's a good boy, but he's just...
No, yeah,
he's a little plain.
He's a good guy, yeah. He's just kind of boring.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit. Not like the most boring character ever, but, you know, he's just...
He's a good friend.
He's simple. He's a simple character.
Mm-hmm.
He likes Hello Kitty, and he plays soccer, and he's kind of the stoic guy. That's pretty much it.
Never butts in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what else we could say about Shunsuke.
So let's move on then to, well, Ryo gets introduced after that.
Yeah, because he calls you.
He calls them out and, like, tells them that they're... Because he sees that they're, you know, really comfortable with being the flagging Sanrio characters and stuff, and he's one of those people... It's kind of like one of those, like, self-loathing kind of people where...
It's one of those people that are jealous of you, and since you have it, like, better than them, they're like, oh, well, they gotta bring you down when you're happy, because they wish they could be like that.
Yeah.
That's basically...
Because his backstory is like, oh, he's always being called cute, and he doesn't really like it, even though he really likes little twin stars, and, like, you know, he really actually does like it. He's, like, kind of trying to, like, tell himself that it's stupid and dumb, and that, like, anybody who likes that stuff is, you know, wasting their time.
They're stupid and dumb.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of get it, because, like, he's, like, the only boy out of, like, a bunch of sisters that are all older than him, and they're always just kind of, like...
trying to dress him up as a girl and stuff, and pushing, like, their interest on him, and it's kind of like, I could see why it would get to him.
Yeah, and he's always just kind of like, leave me alone.
And they always call him Sugar.
Yeah, they call him Sugar. I like that it explains in the show, like, in the West, sugar is a term of endearment.
And I'm like, no, it's not, but okay. Yeah, I'm like, that's kind of like an outdated kind of thing.
Yeah, nobody actually, like, uses that term anymore. Although it did remind me of my favorite Momo song, though.
But that's basically him. He's like the foreigner too out of the bunch.
Yeah, because he's lived abroad and stuff.
And his sisters are all like pale and blonde, and except for that one sister that has like dark hair.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Is he half English?
I think he's full on English.
Is he? But his
Yeah.
but his name's Japanese.
I don't know.
Maybe the dad's Japanese and the mom is English.
Because we see his dad like towards the end,
Yeah.
and he's been like living in England and working over there. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like, how the fuck did they end up from England? Because they're like, oh, we can't wait to go back home. I'm like, then why the fuck are y'all in Japan? Like,
Maybe, yeah, it's
it
weird.
makes no sense.
Maybe that's the connection to like Hello Kitty is English.
Maybe.
Like maybe one of the characters has to like have some sort of connection to like that.
Yeah, which is, I don't know. That part was weird, and that never really gets explained.
Or maybe like they just grew up there so much that like they think of England as their home. I don't know. Cuz he is also blonde.
Yeah, he's like blonde and he has purple
And
eyes.
super pale.
And then you can see like their house is like super like,
Very Western.
yeah.
Yeah, like
And
he
they
has
all
this.
have like little tea parties and shit, so it's kind of like,
Yeah,
oh,
like
man.
they have really nice fucking furniture and stuff that you see in like catalogs or like fancy like rich people houses. And then
Yeah.
he has like a big ass nice bed and stuff. Whereas when you see like Kota's bed, it's like, oh, it just looks like some like, you know, normal kids like room.
Yeah.
So yeah, like and Ryo really like admires Seichiro to like a fault. Like he's very I feel like the reason he admires him so much is because Seichiro's kind of like got himself together.
Yeah, he's like the ideal
Yeah.
guy.
He's like, yeah, he's super manly.
Because he's doing the whole student council thing on his own. He doesn't even ask for help
Yeah.
from people. He does everything himself. He's like the top of his class.
And he's the captain of the archery team, which is like, you know, pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Like he can hit a like, you know, shoot a bullseye like pretty easily.
And he's like the most traditional guy ever because like when
Yeah.
you see his house and see his parents, they're all like super traditional.
Yeah. His dad's super strict and the mom is just like there.
She even calls him like Seichiro-san.
Yeah, and I'm like,
really
I know,
weird.
I remember reading that and being like, isn't that his mom? Like,
yeah, that's what I was like. Isn't that your mom? He calls her mom, and I'm like,
I know, it's
hold
like,
up a sec.
what? Like, he's your
Because at
son.
first I thought that was like maybe their maid or something.
Or like,
but
yeah,
then...
or like an aunt or something, or like grandma or whatever, because his parents look old too.
But he's like, oh no, hey mom, and it's like, hold up, bitch, wait.
Yeah, they're super formal, I guess, in their family.
Yeah, it's really weird.
And the one that stands out in his family is like his brother.
His brother is like carefree, doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And he's like not formal at all.
Yeah. Which is why I was surprised when they show Seichiro's backstory, that his dad, like, one day when he was a little kid is just like, oh, get dressed, we're leaving.
Yeah, because we see him, like, outside, like, doing something out in the cold, and we're like, what's happening here?
Yeah, and he's like, his dad's like, okay, we'll get dressed, like, come on, we're leaving, and he's just kind of like, where are we going? And his dad doesn't tell him, and then he takes him to Sanrio Land, so it's kind of interesting to see, like, that's how he got exposed to it. It's just, like, his dad took him there one day.
Yeah, his dad let him be a kid for once.
Yeah.
It's really weird. It's just like, oh,
It
I mean,
is.
it's cute.
I guess, well, and, like, I guess maybe it, like, it's also an ideal for Ryo to, like, look up to him because it's, like, because he does still really like, you know, Sanrio stuff, and, like, to the point where it's not a bother to his parents.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those things that's probably like, well, I mean, you can like whatever you want as long as it's not in the way of, you know, all the other things you're doing.
Yeah, because he even mentions, because, like, the way that Ryo finds out that our boy Seichiro is also...
A Sanrio boy.
It's because he drops his little passport
Like,
thing
yeah.
and he sees cinnamon roll, and he's just like, well, you lied to me, you motherfucker. You're probably trying to cover your own ass. And it's like, no! That's not it. He just doesn't mention it. It's kind of like, well, there's really no need for me to, like, say, oh, here you go, this is what I like. Kind of keeps to himself. It's like, not really a need-to-know basis kind of thing. Mentality, I guess. It's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
But he also says that it's not like he's trying to hide it either, so...
Again, I feel like since it doesn't get in the way of, like, him doing his other things,
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's fine. You know, when he has his free time, that's when he goes and does whatever he wants. He goes to Sanrio Land all the time.
Yeah.
To the point where he knows the exact time the fucking parade's supposed to start.
He knows like everything.
And what's limited edition at the stores and stuff.
Like, damn, he really comes here quite often.
It's like those people that have like an annual pass to fucking Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my cousins have an annual pass to Disney. They go all the time, so whenever there's new shit, they're always there, and they'll buy it.
Yeah.
Or they go on the new rides and shit. It's like, that's not fair.
That's basically Seiichiro.
Yep. So that kind of rounds out the main characters. You know, they all kind of, like, come together, become friends, and then they decide they want to do something together as a group.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't know what to do. So they go to Sanrio Land. Which was, I like that episode.
Yeah, it's so funny though to me because when I was watching the episode, I'm like, damn, they really stand out because it's literally like they're using pictures of the actual Sanrio, like
place.
Yeah, and it's just they're basically just drawn into the background.
Yeah, because it's one of those things. Like, okay, that episode is clearly like
a whole
an advertisement for going there. Yeah, it's like I said, it's like if you had like a Disney show and they went to fucking Disneyland or something.
And they like animate your favorite cartoon into the ride.
Yeah,
that's
basically that's what happens. Because they go like I'm sure that's an actual. I don't know if they change out their parades like Disney does or anything, but I'm sure that's an actual parade that actually happens when you go there.
Mm-hmm.
Like the store is real, the rides are real, you can meet the characters and all that stuff. It looks cool though, I want to go.
Yeah, because even like, what was it? When they're in the store, you can tell like it's like they're using an actual picture from the store and they're just like drawn in.
Yeah.
It's like the most randomest thing. It's just like, oh, come on. Like you guys couldn't like spend the extra cash to like at least draw like, you know, the background for the Pure Land, like I don't know.
Yeah.
Because they just look so like I don't know. It gets weird when you see it.
It's kind of like that realistic thing that we talked about in the Tsukigake Day episode, where they kind of like draw over. It's kind of like rotoscoping, where they kind of draw over like the real life stuff, and like you can tell it's like they just drew over a picture of it. Because it looks real, and then the characters don't look like look different from like the background and stuff. So it's interesting. Maybe that's also to like save money.
I think so. I think they're trying to like save money, even though like you know Sanrio's paying for it. Like you would think that they would like you know give them cash to at least I don't know animate the background.
But it looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me want to go there. Like, I want to actually go.
Yeah.
When all this quarantine shit is over, we can go to Sanrio Land.
Okay.
I would love to go. Because they probably have Sanrio Boys shit there that I would buy.
Maybe.
I feel like they would. But yeah, I like that episode. I like when they go to the beach.
Oh, I love the beach episode.
That one is really good. Of course, because, you know, every anime has to have a fucking beach or pool episode.
Yeah, it's like your typical beach episode, but it's like so cute.
Yeah.
And you see your boys shirtless.
Yep.
There's a lot of fan service.
There is a lot of fan service. We'll talk about that after we finish with the story, I guess. So basically, after visiting Sanrio Land, Kota realizes that like what he wants to do is like sparkle with the others. Like that's what he like calls it.
Yeah. And it's kind of like, what you mean?
Yeah, so they decide that they want to do like a play for the school festival and kind of like incorporate like what they like in a subtle way.
Mm-hmm.
They just want to like Kota really just wants to like make people feel the same feeling he felt when he watched the parade in Sanrio Land.
Yeah. And then that's when Kota realizes that he's like the plainest one out of the bunch, which is like so sad because you do hear like one of the side characters, like just a random ass background girl, and she's like, oh, like she knows like all the people's names except for Kota. She's like, oh, the plain looking one. No, I'm like, bitch, she ain't plain.
Bitch, he's the main character.
I was like, take that back. He cute.
He is very cute. Yeah, so he kind of like, after he hears that comment, it's kind of like, he kind of starts like questioning like, oh, well, like, what do I bring to the group?
He feels left behind.
Yeah, he feels like he doesn't really like add anything, but he also doesn't take away anything from the group either.
He feels like he doesn't belong in the group. And then it makes it like worse when he gets sick.
Yeah.
And they do basically all his work for the play. And
Yeah.
they did it like they all had good intentions. They were like, oh, see, we can handle it. We can do your stuff while you're sick. And he takes it like the wrong way where he's just like, oh man, they don't need me.
Well, yeah, like they've kind of proven that I don't really need to be there. They don't really need me. They can do it themselves.
Nikki doesn't exist. And it's just like, no, dude, that's not it.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad. But
yeah.
I mean, I get it. I mean, there's times where you could definitely feel like that.
Yeah, well, especially like, because he makes himself sick trying to do all these things.
Yeah, and it's just like, didn't you just tell this stuff to Seiichiro, telling him not to like take on all this stuff?
Yeah.
By himself, and he's like doing the opposite. It's just like, dude, you should take your own advice.
Yeah. But of course, through the power of friendship and Sanrio,
they make it okay.
They make it okay. They tell him like,
you know, we're all here because of you.
Yeah. Like you're the one who brought us together. It's kind of like with like Ouran High School Host Club, where they're kind of like, you know, you fucking idiot, like, we wouldn't be a group of friends or a club or whatever if you didn't like have the idea to like bring everybody together.
Yeah.
Like, which I always really enjoy watching, like stories like that, because it's like, yeah, man, you like gotta realize your self-worth in the group. Like, you're the one that like made it happen. Without you, nobody would have even probably thought about that. Being together.
For sure.
Which I think is what makes Kota a really good main character.
Yeah, because he's always there for everybody and giving them advice and giving them like that push that they all need in the right direction.
And he's the one who came up with the like school festival play idea in the first place. On top of like, you know, bringing everybody together.
Yeah.
And then they put on their play, and it's awesome.
Yeah, their play basically is just like their experience that you see like throughout this whole season.
Yeah, it's just like in a
wild and
medieval castle world, and they all come from different Sanrio kingdoms and shit like that.
Yeah. It's pretty hilarious because at the end they bring in like all the side characters too.
Yeah, they bring the side characters to like participate. Like we got the classmate friends and everything, and then Yu's sister brings like her boyfriend to like watch.
Like even Seiichiro's dad is like crying in the
yeah. Like, oh, it was a beautiful.
He's holding like a fucking glow stick too. He's just like crying his eyes out. Like, oh my god.
So it kind of just like they're, you know, when they're all together, they like make everybody watching them like come together also. And then at the end, you also get like glimpses of like the other two like main characters in the series, but they don't show up till the last episode.
Yeah.
So you get like the bad boy guy with the black hair. Who the fuck bumps into him? I forget who it was.
It was Rio.
Yeah. He like bumps into him, and so that guy likes the penguin guy.
And then you have the teacher.
And then you have the teacher who likes Karopi.
The teacher, I kid you not, when I first saw him, I was like, he reminds me of Midorima. From
Kuroko. He does look like Midorima. And Midorima is not one of my favorite characters from Kuroko, so
I know.
I don't think I would particularly enjoy that character. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd be totally wrong, but.
And like the fact that he likes the frog doesn't help because Midorima also has like a lucky item that's a frog.
Yeah.
So, like,
yeah. Kuroko did it first, Sanrio. But yeah, I know those two characters are more prevalent in like the manga series.
Yeah.
And then they had a stage play that came out like later on after the show ended, and they have more characters that they added that like different characters that I've never fucking heard of.
Yeah.
But I did look up pictures, and one of them looks like Tsukishima from IQ. No, I'm not lying. No joke. He looks like him.
But that's the story, man.
That's the story. Friendship wins all. Friendship prevails, triumphs over all. Now we can talk about fan service. So, yeah. So there's a lot of fan service in this show, and I feel like that's the only reason for that is to like make older girls watch it.
Yeah.
Because like you used to like Hello Kitty. Well, look, these cute boys also like Hello Kitty and such. Also, we're gonna show them like practically naked on the screen.
Because they show Shunsuke literally just taking a shower.
Yeah, like taking a shower, and I'm like, oh damn! Like if that thing like moved at like
y'all take out like the shampoo bottles.
Like you're gonna see everything. They even show like you taking a bath too, and he's like basic. Like you see like part of his like hips or waist, and like he's not wearing anything. Like he's naked.
It's pretty great.
It's pretty great. And then you see Seichiro like, cause he's like practicing his archery and stuff, and like I guess it's like hot. Like it's kind of hot outside, cause he has like the top part of his outfit is like off.
Yeah.
Just abs and pecs. Like he's like damn. Like you could just call him daddy right there. But I remember when that happened too, I was like, oh my god, I forgot how much fucking fan service was in this show.
Yeah, there's a lot. I was just like, oh man.
And then of course like they have the beach episode, so like they're going swimming and they have their shirts off. But yeah, like the first or second episode, like when Shunsuke is like taking a shower, and you just like kind of watches him. He's just like, hey, like having a conversation with him.
Yeah. And you just like watches him too, and he's just like, can you not? And I'm just like, you, what the fuck?
Because you doesn't give any fucks.
He does not.
But yeah, I love the fan service. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Sanrio. Not only are they cute boys, but when they're naked, they're nice to look at. You get all that fan service, and I mean you get all the cute stuff too, like they show product like merch that they have for the characters that like I'm sure that exists.
Yeah.
Because like they have the phone cases and they have the little charms and the stickers, and then like Yu has like a fucking apron and like his little recipe notebook thing.
Pretty much.
So like yeah, I'm pretty sure like you could probably buy all that stuff online somewhere.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people kind of like criticize it for just being one big glorified advertisement, but like isn't everything like that new mobile game with like that's basically like an otome game with like the Disney stuff?
I mean, all the otome
that
ones
shit,
are basically...
like that is one of the biggest things that I could like name as an advertisement for Disney. Like that's the most like they're trying to get into the anime lovers market. Oh, we'll make an otome game, make them all bishonen.
Yeah, and with the ad ones, like it could go either way. It could be really good or like really bad, where they don't really give a fuck. Because there's been some pretty bad ones where it's just like, I don't like it.
And I mean, like, and it's not just like doing stuff like that. I mean, My Hero Academia has a fucking collab with Sanrio right now, where they've paired each character with a Sanrio character, and they have merch with them on it and stuff.
And pretty much every anime at this point has had like a collab with Sanrio.
Like a Sanrio collab.
I remember Yuri on Ice had that too.
Yep. Has Utapri had one? Probably not. I don't think so.
I don't think so, because Broccoli's a little, I don't know. They territorial with their boys.
Yeah. Well, they advertise their own shit anyway.
Yep.
Although, it's cool to note that, like, Elements Garden, who are the people that, like, do the songs for, like, Utsupri a lot, they did the OP and ED for Sanrio Boys. Like, they produced it.
Yeah.
Which, they produce a lot of music and stuff for anime and... Which is why I really like the OP and the ED for Sanrio Boys. I think they're both really good.
They're really good.
I love the OP because I like how it kind of like takes elements from like other OPs, like other shows.
It's such a
like,
fun
genres.
OP.
Yeah, like because they're doing a bunch of stuff. They're doing stuff that you wouldn't expect in like something about Sanrio.
Yeah.
Like there's parts where they look intense, and then there's parts where they're like, it just looks like a regular shoujo opening.
Jumping out of buildings.
And then they're like doing parkour shit at one point. It's like, what? And then you have the ED, which like kind of shows them in their like play outfits, their costumes. Where they're all like princes and stuff, or like nobles, whatever. And they just, yeah. And it's all the VAs singing the songs too. Should we talk about the VAs in this? I mean, because if you like certain shows, you probably like Sanrio Boys if you like certain VAs.
I didn't really know
the
VAs in here.
Who the fuck are the VAs in this fucking
Yeah,
show?
sorry. The only one that I know is because Yu is fucking Yamaguchi from Haikyuu.
Yeah, he's Soma Saito.
And then Kota's is fucking Nagi from Idolish 7. And then Seiichiro is actually Yuma Uchida, which is, he's been gaining a lot of popularity.
Yeah, which I'm like, what?
Yeah, like right now that I was looking it up, I was like, oh shit, like I didn't really.
Yeah, when I looked it up too, I was like,
That doesn't sound like Yuma.
No, it doesn't.
Because it's like a super deep ass voice.
Yeah,
so it's like,
just like, what's like, what?
And I've heard him with like deeper voices, so that's almost like. Because we heard him with like what, Ash, and then there's also fucking oh shoot, what was it from Kono to Tomare? Shit, I can't believe I forgot my baby boy's name.
I got it. I got the list. I'm on his wiki at the moment. Let's see. Chica.
There we go. Yeah, so it just does not sound like him. It's just like this super deep ass voice. And that's about it, man. Like, it's just.
I know, like, yeah, because he's in
He's also in Utsupri too. He's
in Utsupri, which I'm like, what?
Which is like a super cutie.
Yeah, which is crazy because it's like, yeah, he's in Utsupri because Eiji Otori from Utsupri does not sound like fucking Seiichiro from Sanrio Boys, and he's in Given. He's Uenoyama. And he's Ash and Banana Fish, and he's Kyo in Fruits Basket, and then Reboot. And Ensemble Stars.
Seiichiro, they told him to, I guess, go lower.
Probably.
Because this is definitely not like his usual.
And he's in Ace of Diamond Act 2. Yeah, he's in Ace of Diamond. He's in fucking everything. Like, yeah, you got some popular boys in here. Honestly, yeah, but you know, you got some recognizable people. Cause yeah, I remember when I like re-looked it up and I'm like, wait, is this Yuma Uchida? What the fuck? It doesn't sound like him at all. Cause then when you see like, cause I know what he looks like, and it does not. He does not look like that voice would come out of his mouth.
I've heard a lot of Yuma Uchida in the past year, and the fact that I don't know, man, that's such a trip.
It's crazy. It's fuck. He's like 20, like our age.
Yep.
I was just on his fucking wiki. How the fuck old is he? Cause
He's young.
Yeah, he's 27.
Yeah, he's about our age.
He's like, oh, his birthday's in September. 1992. He'll be 28.
Yep, he's around our age group.
He's our age. My god. He probably, well, if he's born in 92, he would have been a grade ahead of us, but yeah. Around that age. Anyways, yeah, But so if you like all of those shows that we just named, you'll probably like Sanrio Boys if you haven't seen it already.
Yep. It's a good show, man.
It's a
If you
good
like
show.
Sanrio or cute boys, there you go.
If you like both, you'll like Sanrio Boys. I don't really have any questions. We didn't get any questions again this time, by the way, everybody. Because I see you guys retweeting our tweets when we asked for questions, but you never asked the goddamn questions.
I know.
Like, guys, come on, you gotta ask the questions, man. So, hopefully, I feel like the next one that we do, though, we're gonna get questions.
Probably.
So.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
We never know with
You never know.
with our peeps, man.
Yeah. But yeah, Sanrio Boys, I give it like a solid 10.
Oh man.
Okay, maybe not a 10. Maybe like a 9.
Yeah, just about a 9.
I don't know why I said 10. I don't know. I guess I was trying to. I wanted to say 10.
I mean, 10 out of 10 would watch again.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 would watch again. I wish this was on Blu-ray.
I wish, but Crunchyroll has the right.
But it's on Crunchyroll. I mean, you even if you don't have a premium membership, you can watch the whole show.
Pretty much.
So, I wish there would be a season 2.
I wish. Everyone was really like hyping it up and like hoping for a season 2, and it just kind of died out. So I don't know if we'll get the season 2 now.
I mean, the manga came out in 2015, and they didn't get an anime till 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only been 2 years since it came out, so you never know. They could be developing a season 2. Because they added new characters, like I said, to the stage show, and there's those 2 characters that they introduced in the last episode, like, they're in the manga.
Yeah, you would think that they would just immediately go, especially with all the hype, but they were like, nah, that's it. Which is a shame.
Yeah, so maybe one day it'll get a season 2.
Maybe.
I mean, they have so many goddamn Sanrio characters, might as well just make a season 2.
Mm-hmm.
To, like, introduce more people to the characters.
Yeah.
Because I feel like only if you're, like, a big Sanrio fan, you're gonna know. Even if you're a Japanese Sanrio fan, I feel like you're only gonna probably pay attention to, like, the popular ones.
Yeah.
Not so much, like, the secondary ones that, like, 3 people, like, know about.
Yeah.
Because even with, like, the My Hero Academia collab, like, they paired all the popular ones with all the popular characters.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, everybody else gets, like, oh, it's some characters. Like, I didn't know that was a Sanrio character at all. That's cool.
Like, I guess.
Yeah, it's like, okay. So, I think it deserves a season 2.
Me too.
But yeah, solid 9, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, it teaches you about friendship and liking what you like is okay, and
you can relate.
yeah. Also fan service.
Mm-hmm. Can't go wrong with fan service, man.
And, like, it's just a nice looking show. It's nice to look at.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the music.
Music is nice.
Yeah. Also, their school is called Hijirikawa, which I was, like, shook when I saw that. I was like, oh my god.
I know, I was like, why does that sound so familiar?
Because in some alternate universe, Masato's family just owns a school for some reason. Or they have a school named after them.
I mean, they probably do. We just don't know.
Probably. Maybe that's the connection.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Utapri connection. We always gotta find an Utapri connection, guys. I mean, we kind of already did because Yamuchi is in the show, but whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of idols and stuff, before we wrap up this episode, do you have anything else to say about Sanrio Boys, Chantal?
I don't think so. I think we pretty much said everything we wanted to.
We really enjoyed it. It's a good show. I've watched it 3 times now.
Oh man, this is my second time watching.
Yeah, well, the second time I watched this because I was showing one of my other friends the show.
Okay.
So I was watching it with her. And she liked it, so.
Yay!
Yay. But yeah, it's my third time watching it, so I wish one day we get a season 2, and I hope one day it gets taken from Crunchyroll hell and gets put on Blu-ray. Because I would definitely buy a Blu-ray set.
Me too.
Like, especially if it came with, like, a plushie or something.
I know.
Like, how cute would that be?
It'd be really cute.
Anyway, speaking of idols, Chantal, next is your next pick. And no, it's not Utapri.
It is not Utapri. If you guys want to know more about Utapri, I know our good friends over at the Shoujo podcast.
Yep.
Shoujo Trash podcast.
Yeah, they're
doing their Utapri episodes.
Yep, they're doing seasons 1 and 2, so definitely gonna stay tuned for that. I feel like maybe after we get everything done with like our first year, we'll probably do some more Utapri stuff.
Yeah.
Unless, you know, Gigi and Gwen want to do a collab. Hint, hint. I'm always down to do a collab.
Me too.
Especially since we all love Utapri so much. But yeah. But we're not gonna do Utapri this time. Chantal, tell us what you've picked.
We're gonna do Idolish 7, you guys,
Yay!
to celebrate the return for season 2.
Yay! So we're doing season 1 of Idolish 7. So go get on that now, guys. You can binge watch the whole first season. Do you want to include the vibrato videos since they're also free on YouTube now?
We are going to include the vibrato episodes.
Yay!
Since they are free.
Then I have to watch them because I haven't watched them because I didn't want to pay for fucking YouTube. I didn't want to pay for YouTube Premium. Fuck that shit.
Me neither. Or like waste like my free thing. So
yeah. So definitely gonna do that. That's gonna be new content. But yeah, so just season 1 and the vibrato episodes on YouTube, guys. That's what we're gonna be talking about with Idolish 7.
Yes.
And I know you're doing weekly reviews, right, for the new episodes?
I am. If you guys are interested in that, I am doing for season 2.
Yay.
While I do my makeup, so if you guys want to see that.
Yay. And while she forgets all the characters' names.
I'm so sorry, I forgot your boy's name.
No, she just forgot Tamaki's name.
I remembered everyone's, and then for some reason, I don't know why I blinked out. I was thinking about his face, and I was just like, oh god. I was like, why? Why am I forgetting?
She betrayed me, guys.
She forgot Tamaki's name. I was like, fuck.
Preview for the next episode. Our favorite members of Idolish 7. Okay, my favorite Idolish 7 member is Tamaki. He's my number 1. And then probably followed by Riku and Nagi are like my other 2 favorites from Idolish 7.
I love Yori.
Yeah, so Chantal loves Yori. Who else? Do you like anybody else in Idolish?
Riku. I mean, how can you not like Riku?
True. Yeah, I don't know, like, it's one of those things that when they're the redhead idol boy in the middle, you can't hate them. Like, if you don't like Riku from Idolish 7, and if you don't like Otaya from Utapri, what the fuck is wrong with you?
For sure.
For sure. But we're gonna get that done rather quickly, so by the time this episode comes out, we're probably already gonna be recording for the Idolish 7 episode. So, yeah, go get your questions in now, guys. We'll probably announce it pretty soon. So, please ask questions. It's Idolish 7, so I guarantee someone is gonna ask. I'm sure Shanna's gonna have a question. Gigi might. Dylan probably will. Hopefully. Please, guys, ask questions. Especially because it's about Idolish 7, and there's 2 groups to talk about. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. I'm glad we could enjoy Sanrio Boys together during this hard time. You know, it's good to know that like shows like Sanrio Boys exist to remind you that everything's okay. Once again, guys, all of our links are going to be in the description and in the end card of this.
Really gets
So please do not hesitate to subscribe and follow us on Twitter. We're going to try to tweet out more often on the podcast Twitter. Just life gets in the way, you know. Also, guys, if you want to listen to Idolish 7's music, it's all free on Spotify. It's All available there.
Which we will mention in
Yes.
the next episode.
Take the hint, broccoli. King Records, come on. We'll see you guys in the next video. So, make sure, you watch all or listen to all of our past episodes, because I think we talk about interesting things.
Me too.
Heck yeah. So, see you next time, guys. Bye.
Bye.